Hey guys, it is Friday and it's August 18th. This is our 30th weekly vlog in our 2017 weekly vlog series. So it's Friday, which is a great day. We both had a tiring week.
I think that's a common theme for each of these weekly vlogs.
Is it? Sorry guys. This week though, it's been, this week and last week for me have been extra brutal. More so than usual. Every work week's tiring, that's just life. But this has been that everything's intense. You know what I mean? Just everything's intense. Yeah. So I'm glad it's Friday.
So thankfully I had a little weight lifted off my shoulders. For probably, what do you think, a couple months or a month and a half? I've been
a month, maybe a little over a month, but not by much.
I've been studying for my drone. They call it the Part 107 test, and I took it today and passed.
Yay!
Yeah, actually did really well. I got a 93 on it, so woo! I think we'll film some more tomorrow when I'm not so tired, because that was just a draining test.
Those time tests are really stressful. I know what he did because...
Oh man, that timer is like sitting there staring.
I used to have to do those kind for my job, not now, but a long time ago. I had to get certifications. So you go to like this independent testing facility and they put a camera on you and put a timer on you, and it's so stressful. Those kind of tests, to me, are really stressful.
Yeah, so thankfully that is done.
Yay. Do you want to explain why you got it?
So, well, I'll discuss that in tomorrow's video.
All right, so stay tuned. Yeah. Which is this video. He's saying tomorrow when we record. Yeah. So
that was that. No, that was nope.
Yeah, and I'm kind of brain dead. Sorry, guys. I'm like really useless at this point of the day or this point of the week. It's funny. I actually thought about that. I thought maybe we should start these on Saturday because it's like Brian said. I always feel like, oh, it's Friday. I'm so tired.
So these all start. Oh, it's been a long time.
But
yeah, don't want to hear that, dude.
When we go out of town for the weekend, though, we leave on a Friday. So that's why I thought Friday is a good day to start, because otherwise it would split trips into, you know, so that's why I did. So sorry, guys, you'll have to listen to us whine on Friday, and then we'll start on Saturday with more fun stuff. So after Brian finished his test, what did he do? He went on a Lay's chips expedition.
I guess it's that time of year again.
Yeah, it's funny how they don't have them for a long time, and then all of a sudden, sorry for the bright light, Brian's tall. All of a sudden they come out with a whole bunch. So they've got everything bagel, and I saw Disco Liz. She has a YouTube channel. If you haven't seen it, you should check it out.
Finger waggle.
Oh yeah, Disco Liz finger wag. We saw her do the everything bagel. This intrigues me because as you guys saw recently, I made some fried green tomatoes.
Even the lady at checkout, she goes, oh, those look good.
Yeah, they do, because I love fried green tomatoes. I'll link to the video over there where I made the gluten-free fried green tomatoes. Then we got chicken and waffles. So is that vegetarian?
I haven't really checked all the ingredients, but the last time Lay's, I looked on the website when they had these flavors, they said they do not hide meat products or whatever in their natural flavors. When it says natural flavors.
Yeah, but I don't eat chips. I mean, yes, I'll try one, but I'm not a chip eater. So what if it does have meat and then you're gonna throw all that away?
Oh well.
And then crispy taco. Okay, I'm curious now. I'm gonna have to see if they have meat or not. We checked the ingredients on all of these, and only the chicken and waffles has meat. It does have chicken flavor in it, and so Brian won't be able to try those. I'll try them, but sadly the rest of them will probably go. I'll probably take them to work. I don't like throwing food away. Somebody will eat those if I take them to work. And the taco, despite the beef on the front, does not have any meat in it. Good morning. It is Saturday, and we've already had a busy day. It feels like
we've been little busy bees this morning.
We went on our walk, and then I weeded the front yard, and it was crazy. It was like a jungle. I said to Brian, these weeds seem to pop out of nowhere. He goes, no, they pop out of the ground. Yeah, Mr. Logical. But wow, it was like a jungle. So I got all that taken care of, which took a while. And it's not hot yet, but it's so humid. Like, it's just hard to describe how humid. Well, Florida, it's like Florida. It really is. So even though it was early morning, I was like, just yuck. So I took a shower, good to go. And we're gonna run some errands this morning.
Yep.
And
get some groceries.
Yeah, and then we're gonna record our Hard Rock Abandoned Theme Park video that we've talked about a lot. and we suddenly turned orange. I don't know why, but anyway, sorry about the lighting. I don't know what's up with that.
The pumpkins?
Yeah, we did. And then get that taken, and I'd like to edit it today. I don't know if I'll get it out today or not, but I'll do my best. If it is out, right on top of Brian's forehead.
Like,
hey, the light came back. Yeah, right over Brian's forehead will be a link to that video if I get it out, because it'll be out at least a week probably before this video. So off we go.
Yep.
So we're back from a marathon of shopping and
Costco and a grocery store.
Costco is a marathon. Every time we go to Costco, it feels like a marathon. That store is so big.
But it's good savings.
It really is. So we're not affiliated with Costco in any way.
Yeah.
We just recently joined, so we're, what do you call it? You keep saying we drank the Kool-Aid about it.
We did.
It really is.
Took it all in.
So, yeah. Anyway, so all that stuff's done. We did some cooking. We're all good to go. So
hopefully, maybe play a game maybe today.
That'd be fun. I don't know. I got a lot of video editing to do.
I think it's an expansion to. You've seen us play this series before, the Valeria series. This is an expansion to the first game that we bought based on this. I don't know, world or mythos. You know, it's Valeria. So we got 3 games of these, but so we haven't tried this expansion yet. Also want to talk a little bit about my experience with the drone test.
Yeah, so he was pretty stressed preparing for this test because first I thought I could do it because it doesn't matter who gets it. Well, first let's give the background on why you did it in the first place.
So I'll probably get on my soapbox a little. So the FAA requires people who fly drones that sell video or make money off videos to get this
commercial
license.
use.
Yeah. So there's a gray area in my opinion with the YouTube stuff because FAA, I haven't seen anywhere in print where they say if you do YouTube videos you need this license. I think it's a gray area myself. People argue back and forth. I think it's kind of ridiculous.
Well, and they did find one guy though who had monetized YouTube videos, and he had actually never made any money because he didn't even have enough views yet to actually have gotten any money from Google. And even people who do make money, unless they're the mega people with like millions of subscribers, it's almost laughable. Meaning,
it's a loss every time because the money put into the
equipment,
test, the equipment, and everything.
Well, no, I'm saying even without a drone YouTubing, you don't even cover the equipment, just your camera and stuff. So, yeah, it's just funny to say that that's a commercial. To me, that's a funny definition of commercial use.
Right.
But we err on the side of caution. That's just how we are.
Yeah.
And so we didn't want to stress about getting a $10,000 fine. I mean, ouch. That's like...
Well, with the other drone, I really wasn't worried about it because the footage off that looked pretty much amateur hour. But I knew going into the Mavic, the most expensive one we just bought, I knew the video is going to look really, really professional coming off that thing. So, I figured it's probably just go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
So the test itself is $150 every 2 years.
Which that's what we think is kind of crazy. You know, if you're a newscaster or you're making movies, sure, that's an expensive doing business. But for somebody that's just a hobby and they're just vlogging,
that's a lot.
And they're not vlogging for a living; they have other jobs for a living. That's a chunk of change. Yep. And not to mention just how much time you spent prepping. That was a lot of time. So here's how it first worked. I was thinking about doing it because it doesn't matter who does it. Even if he's the one primarily flying the drone, he would be considered part of my crew, which I think is funny. I mean, that's kind of silly. It should be the primary flyer that gets it. But I thought about doing it, I thought, oh, why not? Because I've done similar tests of this before, and I looked at the material and I was like, no way. It's way more complex than I ever thought it would be. You have to know things like that a pilot would know of a passenger plane, like how to talk to a control tower. Drone operators don't do that. All that kind of stuff. So I was like, no. So he decided to do it.
Yeah, because I took one look at the material and I said, no, I'm not doing this.
Thank you.
I'm not doing this. And that's when she was thinking she would do it, and then nope, it bounced back to me.
Well, I didn't say you had to do it. I just said I'm not doing it.
So it was $150 for the test. Here's the kicker: if you fail it, you pay another $150 to retake it 14 days later, as the earliest if you fail it. So I went into this. I don't want to fail this because I don't want to spend $300. You know.
Right.
So what I did was there's these expensive schools you'll see advertisements for like $100, $150, where they have like YouTube videos for you. I didn't want to do the ad course. So the most I spent was $5 on an application off Google Play. I'm sure it's out there for iTunes too, called Remote Pilot. This thing had like 300 questions, and there's 2 modes you can do. You can do a study mode where you just go through question after question and you go ahead and pick an answer, and it'll tell you if you're right or wrong, and it gives you an explanation of why it's right or wrong. It was really cool. It helped me a lot. So I just did that. I kind of looked at the study guide that the FAA puts out, but then I was getting bogged down in like facts I really don't care about. Like weather, it's like they have tons of stuff on weather. I just didn't understand. And then I watched a 2-hour YouTube video that Carmen will link down in the bottom, the show notes, which was really good. Actually, I started with the video first just to get the basics down, you know, open your mind up to this stuff. And then I went to the app, and then maybe bounced around some stuff online on free websites. So, and I ended up getting a 93 in the test. So I think I missed like 3 questions out of 60. And
you get 2 hours to do it.
You get 2 hours.
You finished in under 2 hours.
I finished in about an hour. Yeah, an hour.
Oh, an hour? I thought it took you longer than that.
No.
I was basing on when you called me. He called me after he passed, so I thought that was when you finished.
It took me an hour.
That's not bad.
I started stressing in the middle though, because so they give you this book. You get flipped through. You got to go back and forth with every question. Look at this figure. Look at this figure. And I was getting stressed because I thought it was going to take up too much of my time, but no, I had plenty of time.
That's weird they give you a book, because that test I told you I had to take for a certification, it was all computerized, everything.
Well, no, this is computerized too, but you got to refer to a book with
so
supplemental
we didn't
materials.
have to do that, yeah.
So thing going into test, what you really need to study on, and if you watch these Part 107 videos, that's the name of the test.
License.
That's what people call the test, is Part 107, even though when you go to the testing center, no one calls it Part 107, so I was getting nervous. Am I even taking the right test here? But you definitely need to know sectional charts. You know, this is so bizarre. Maybe Carmen will throw some up on the screen.
If you provide them, I will.
And you need to know how to read these weather reports called METARs and TAFs. And maybe Carmen will throw some more up there, give her some editing work to do.
Yeah, let's not do that. Well, I don't like using other people's photos and stuff either.
Well, it's free off
it's the FAA
yeah,
site. Okay, yeah. So I'll either flash it up on the screen or I'll link to it below, and that way, if you're not that into it, you can just skip the link.
I feel if you just know that and then some of the basic material, and you probably won't even need the $5 app. You know, if you watch that 2-hour video, I think that will get you at least a passing grade. You only needed 70 to pass this thing, because I would say 50% or more of that test was looking at those sectional charts. So you really need to know how to read those charts, because it's very confusing.
We should also say though that the questions are randomized, so
yes,
you could get a test that didn't focus as much on that. There's no way to know.
Right. Like so I was trying to focus on the weather stuff because it was just so bizarre, these questions about weather. I only think I had maybe 1 question on weather. And I actually saw that in another video about someone else that took the test. They said they only get 1 question on the weather, so don't get too caught up on weather. I don't know about not getting the app though, because that seemed to really help you feel like you're ready for the test. Like, it's a good way to pre-test. Because you can go to test mode and it gives you randomized questions from the app's pool of 300 questions. So every time you take the test on the app, it's different questions. Overall, it was an interesting experience because it's been 26 plus years since I had to study for it and take a test. So I was a little nervous if I.
So you've never had to do one for your career like I have?
Well, but I never studied for those because it's about computer stuff, and I really didn't need to study for that kind of stuff. But so I felt good once I got it done. But now I got 2 years from now, I got to go back and do it again. I'm hoping maybe FAA will come out by then and clarify maybe something's going to happen.
Well, and that's something we should mention. This is a controversial topic. Like, just because he did it doesn't mean you have to do it. Like I said, we just want to err on the side of being cautious. Because the definition of commercial use is if anyone's making money. So even if you're not making money, but like someone else uses it and makes money, or you put it on YouTube and Google puts an ad up, but you're not even monetized. Like, how sometimes there's a little ad over to the side, not on your video, but over to the side. That could even be considered commercial use because Google's making money while your video is playing. So it was such a, like, it seemed like a real definitive line in the sand as to what they define as commercial use, that if anyone is getting a penny for it, it's commercial use. So we just felt like it was safer, but there are a lot of sort of grassroots movements, or I don't know what you want to call them, of people fighting against this because they say these are hobbyists, these are people having fun, because that's all he was doing. It's just for fun. We don't need it for the vlog. It's not central to our vlog. I mean, you know that. You guys know that. We've barely ever had drone footage. We'll probably have more now just because we have a better like the footage will be better now that we've got the Mavic. But we could have a vlog without a drone, so it's not central. So yeah, it's like a nice to have. It's a hobby, it's something fun. And so to have to do all this for a hobby is pretty crazy. And so there are a lot of people saying that's unconstitutional, what they're doing. I'm talking about the FAA, that they're way overstepping their bounds and all that. And I think Brian and I's opinion is that, in all honesty, everyone with a drone over a certain weight should probably have to get certified to use it, but not this test. This test has a bunch of information that has nothing to do with flying a drone.
If I'm going to go to the park and fly my drone, I don't need to know how to speak to a control tower or read a sectional chart to land my drone in, at the airport. It's never going to happen. Right.
We can't even fly around an airport, and so the test he had to take was ridiculous for someone flying a drone. It would be much better for everyone if people just had to get certified on how to fly a drone kind of thing rather than this.
So not to drone on about the subject.
Drone on about the drone.
See what I did there?
I did see what you did. That was a good pun.
One last thing about the app. I'm not getting anything from the app, but I did find it really helpful is some of the questions in the app showed up on the test. That's all I'm going to say.
Which that's good, because it really gives you a feel for what you're going to see, what the tests are like. So anyway, that was his experience with that. And if you're not interested at all, sorry for the boring.
If you have questions about it, leave comments. And I know I don't have access to the account, but Carmen will let me know.
Yeah. Well, I can get the answers from him and update the comments. So now we are going to record our Hard Rock Abandoned Theme Park video. Finally, this has been a long time coming, but we finally have all the stuff that we wanted to have for it. So this should be fun. So we got some exciting mail.
Did we? What did we get?
We got 2 sets of magic bands.
What?
And if you're wondering why 2 sets, we're doing a split stay. We're pretty excited.
What does that mean? Is that one person stays in one room, another one stays in another room? Yes. Is that split stay?
Yes.
Oh, so we're going to room separately?
No.
And you're excited about that too?
No. We'll have a trip announcement video coming up very soon.
Oh, so this is an announcement of an announcement.
Yes. Those are always exciting. No, I'm announcing that we got these. I'm pretty excited. I always love when the magic bands come. And if you're wondering why they're so uniform, like orange, and red, we don't have a strong color preference because we both have sort of custom, what do you call those? Like limited edition collector magic bands.
Tron and of course my old
Food and Wine. And I've got a Flower and Garden and a Food and Wine. So I want one of each color of this new style though, just to collect. So every time we go, I'm getting one of each color because also I like having extras of those little battery pieces that you can swap out. See how flat it is now where the Mickey touch point is? We didn't have any trouble with it activating, whereas the old style ones sometimes are doing this trying to get it to. And then I love the fact that you can change these out because now I happily buy the collectible ones, whereas before I didn't want to because they were gonna eventually stop. Well, that's not true. They actually don't stop working. They just quit giving you the automatic ride photos.
Oh, okay.
So if you don't care about the automatic ride photos, doesn't even matter if you're bad. The close range will still work regardless. Well, it's just an RFID chip. You don't even need a battery for that, so that'll work. It's the long range part that you need the battery for. All right, so poor Brian can't try these because they do have chicken flavor in them, whatever that is. But
it's chicken flavor.
But it comes from chicken. So I know I'm weird. I'm from the South. I don't even like chicken and waffles. I don't.
All right, first question: how do they smell? Doesn't it smell like chicken waffles?
No.
What does it smell like? Old sweaty socks?
No. Oh, I don't know. It just is an odd smell. I guess it kind of smells like a spicy waffle, which
Okay.
That's what chicken and waffles is. Because usually, at least in the South, it's spicy chicken with sweet waffles is the combination.
Alrighty.
I like fried chicken, I like waffles, don't like them together. That's just me. Ooh, this is huge. I can't put that in my mouth.
Nope. What kind of flavors are hitting you?
You know what it tastes like? It's like stale corn pop cereal.
Curries.
Remember that sweet corn pop cereal?
Yeah, nasty. That stuff that gets all sticky and stuff.
It's not spicy at all. Oh, do not give these. This is not just a Carmenism.
Alright. This gets, well, I guess I can't really put my thumbs down on it, but at least one thumbs down from peas and carrots.
I mean, bad. They're not even real sweet, or then they have no spice. They're bland. They really do taste like stale corn pops.
So we still have.
I'm excited
these
about
left.
these.
Yeah, we're not gonna do them today. We gotta spread them out.
And then this poor bag is gonna go to work. I'm gonna drop them off in the break room. Maybe somebody will like them. So we just thought, well, at least Brian can smell them. He can't eat them.
Smell them. I mean, there's a hint of syrup in it, right? Maple syrup?
Maple syrup or something. But you can't taste the maple syrup.
In waffles. I smell the waffle.
Yeah. I don't get any
like
chicken or
smell
spice.
chicken. I mean, they showed fried chicken. That should have a smell, a distinct smell of it. Nope.
No. Just say no to these.
Yeah.
So it's Sunday. It's barely morning. It's 11:20-ish. And I'm cooking lunch. I just made my week's worth of lunches for work, and now I'm cooking our lunch. I'm making some shrimp tacos, which you saw in a previous video, so I'm not going to do a step-by-step. There's the shrimp marinating, there's the slaw that goes on it. Alright, just like last time, here's what they look like. We liked them so much, we made them again. I did tweak a couple of things. I put less lime juice in so it's not so runny. They were kind of messy last time. So this is what Brian was setting up earlier. This is the expansion to Valeria, right?
Yep, Card Kingdoms.
And this is the Flames and Frost expansion. So it's essentially the same, and we've played this before, so I'm not going to go over it in detail, but you essentially collect cards. Yeah, Brian thinks this is fine because it looks like Elsa.
It's part of the expansion.
So anyway, you just collect the cards here, and you put those in essentially like your town. And then you can use these cards to do other things. So, I mean, that's the super basic explanation. But it is not hard to catch on when once you know the basic rules. And you use sort of gold mana, and then there's also a red one for strength to buy the cards. So you also want to accumulate that. And then the main thing that seems new is these agents at the very top. They have actions, and so you basically kind of hire them temporarily, use their action, and then they go to the bottom of the deck. And so that's really, I'd say that's the most significant change so far, but we're gonna give it a play and see how it plays. We thought we would show at least one turn, so Brian's going now.
Roll the bones. So we got 4, 6, and then you added up 10. So you hit, it's kind of like Vegas. You hit on a 4, 6, or a 10. So you look at your cards. So there's the 6. I can get a strength on that guy. And also the cool thing about this game is everyone gets to play, no matter who has the dice. So this is like if I'm the current player, and if Carmen, has the card on my turn, that's what that is, and she'll get something.
And I do have that card, so I will also get a strength. So it's 4, 6, and 10, and I only have a 6. So we both get a strength.
Yep.
So he's going to give us each a strength, and then he's going to decide what to buy, which may take a while. We'll see. Brian's not always the fastest at making
I don't have
decisions.
any gold, so that's
so
the
it won't
problem.
be too hard of a decision.
So I might use both my actions just to get some resources. Yeah.
So you get 2 actions, and you can either use them to buy things, or you can get resources. So is that what you did?
That's what I did.
That was his turn.
That's my turn.
So it's Brian's turn, and we're getting actually pretty close to the end of the game, and I just wanted to show you what the board looks like now. So you see these exhausted cards? That's where we've exhausted stacks of cards, and when there's 4, so we've got 3 right now, we've got 3 exhausted. Once there's a 4th one, the game is over. And so here's what my little area looks like. This is a fun game.
It is.
It really is. This is actually one of those games that's so fun that even if you lose, you have a good time. And to me, that's a great game. All right, so
The look of defeat.
once again, feel bad saying this, but I won, yay! But I would have had fun even if I didn't.
What's the score?
I wasn't gonna say it.
Go ahead and say it.
It was 60 to 45.
I had 45. I knew like halfway through the game that she was gonna win, but I still enjoy playing it.
It is fun to play. I'm not crazy though when you know you're losing like halfway through, but it was a really fun game. My strategy was focusing almost exclusively on victory points. Well, no, first strategy was to get one of each kind of person, and then second strategy was focusing on victory points.
Yeah.
But a lot of it's luck. It depends on what dice are rolled. So, yeah, I had good luck this time.
It was fun.
It was a lot of fun. Hello, it is Eclipse Monday. So I had to work today. So I wasn't totally sure if I'd get to see it because we've been working really hard lately and very busy. So I didn't know if I'd have a chance to step outside, but I did. And so thank you, Mom, for the glasses because I was able to look at it, and I even tweeted out a cool picture of the crescent shadows that were being made on the sidewalk. It's just really cool. So I'm glad I got to see it. Brian had a little better than me. They had some kind of ice cream social at his job, and like it was like actually sanctioned to go outside and watch it, so he got to see it too. So that was pretty neat because I think if I heard correctly today, the last one here occurred when I was 4 years old, so of course don't remember it. Not to mention, I don't think those glasses were widely available, so I don't think people actually looked at it directly back then. But that's that sort of borderline where you don't really remember things anyway. So it's pretty cool to get to see and, you know, not to really have to travel to see it like a lot of people did. Also, I got a new suitcase. As you know, we're going to Disney this fall for Food and Wine. I'm sure you figured that out by all our food and wine stuff. And I've got it open just to let it off gas because it does stink. That's the only bad thing about a new suitcase. My old suitcase has been amazing and it still works. It's just that it's so old, it's heavier than this one, even though this one's hard side. That's why I wanted to upgrade. I wanted hard side. And that way I don't have to worry about things getting squished and like squirting out, like things you don't want to, like toiletries getting crushed. And also this is lighter and it's the same brand, which is Samsonite, and no, I'm not affiliated with them. I just had great luck with that last one. I have had it for years and it's been to Europe multiple times and to India, and when I got to India it looked like it had been run over by a steamroller and it was flat and covered with mud, and it's still going strong. So decided to stick with the same brand, so hopefully this will be a good one. And it's really bright. We thought it was red, but it looks more orangey to me, so it should be really easy to see when it comes up on the, you know, where you pick your luggage up. Hey guys, it's Thursday, and great news for us about the weather. We've had 95-degree days with 96% humidity. That's been sort of the trend for the last 2 weeks or so. It really did feel like Florida. That has finally changed, and now it's in the 80s and the humidity's not as bad. It's still hot, don't get me wrong, still humid, but nothing like the way it's been the last 2 weeks, which has been really unbearably sticky. I don't know a better way to say it. So super happy about that, and I think this new weather pattern is supposed to hold for the foreseeable future. You know, they only predict a few days out, but I'm excited. That means this weekend it's going to be super nice outside, not so miserably hot. Also, we finally saw Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and unfortunately Brian's not here to give his take. I will tell you, he didn't love Guardians of the Galaxy 1. He thought it was okay. He loved this, and I actually loved Guardians of the Galaxy 1, but I love this one better. So I think overall, our opinion is it's better than the first, and that's a very rare thing to say about a movie. Yeah, usually the first is always the best. This one to me was a lot funnier, and I enjoy humor. I don't really want to go see a comedy per se, but when humor is interspersed in an action movie in a clever way, I enjoy that. The opening scene I really thought was cute. I don't think I'm giving any spoilers at this point, most people have seen it, but the Mary Poppins line, I won't go into detail, was hilarious. Even just a lot of the character interaction was very, very humorous, so highly recommend it if you haven't seen it. If you're one of the few people besides us that had not seen it yet, definitely recommend that. And that gets me even more excited for the attraction coming to Epcot. So I also wanted to talk about some mail I got from Carowinds, which is pretty cool. they have this new Camp Snoopy that's coming in 2018. So what they're doing is they're retheming Planet Snoopy, which is their kids area, but if you watch our videos, we spend quite a bit of time there. We love several of the attractions there, so it's not just for kids. And they're gonna have 6 new attractions next year added to what's there, and with the retheming. And then also, if I was a parent, I'd be thrilled about this. They're gonna have this new pre-K pass for kids 3 to 5 years old that is free for the entire 2018 season, including the Great Pumpkin Fest, which we went to last year, and Winterfest, which is new this coming year in 2017. So this is a great deal if you have a child from 3 to 5. I would jump on this. So it also came with this cute little, I don't know if you ever have seen these, but where you flip through and, you know, actions happening. Sorry, I'm doing this one-handed, so it's not the greatest, but I love it because I love the peanuts, as you guys know. You know, Christmas, we have millions and millions of peanut ornaments. We have a Charlie Brown Village. So this is just so cute. And I'm also super, super excited about Winterfest this year, which is new in 2017. And it is included with Season Pass, which I love because with Busch Gardens, you have to pay extra to go to their Christmas, their holiday event. With Carowinds, it's included with your Season Pass, which is super nice. So I'm gonna take you to the kitchen and show you what I've been doing. I made some gluten-free pad thai a few days ago. I sort of take a recipe or recipes and piece together what I like and don't like from them and then tweak it to my taste. And it turned out, to me, amazing. So I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna put in it. So I'm actually using shrimp as the protein, but you could use chicken or whatever. And I'm also making it very veggie heavy. So the only thing I don't have out here is the shrimp and the rice noodles. I will have rice noodles in it, but that's gonna be a pretty small amount, just enough to sort of hold it together, whereas traditional pad thai is mostly noodles. I'm trying to up the veggie. I don't like a lot of rice at one time, so adding more veggies. So I've got the bean, and by the way, this is not one serving, this is multiple servings. I'm gonna freeze it. It froze really well and reheated well, so I'm gonna freeze some of this. I've got bean sprouts, those are mung bean sprouts. I've got shallots and garlic. I've got cabbage and shiitake mushrooms. Neither of those is required and are kind of optional, but I loved them in it. I thought they were very good, but if you don't like those, you could leave them out. And then I garnish, oh, and I use for the sauce this coconut animos, I hope I'm saying that right, aminos, correct me if I'm wrong. It's gluten-free, and it also happens to be soy-free and free of other things as well. It's sap from a coconut from the flowering plant. It tastes like soy sauce to me, more or less. So I'm using that. And by the way, they do make gluten-free soy sauce. I like this a little better personally. I actually like the taste better. That and the lime juice is all I use in olive oil for the quote sauce. It's supposed to have cayenne. I do not tolerate hot pepper, as you know, so I leave that out. And then for garnish, I do the green onions, the cilantro, and some peanuts. So that's gonna wrap up this week's weekly vlog. I hope you've enjoyed it. As always, we appreciate subscribes, likes, shares, and comments. Bye.